While studying for the RHCSA exam, you should always consult the documentation that is on your local system first. This documentation includes the man and info pages and any sort of help or README files available in User Share Doc. Also, be sure to review comments within any script or configuration files. We brought out the local system documentation quite a lot throughout this video series as we wanted to get you in the habit of checking there first in case you needed a reminder on how to perform a command or just needed a bit more information on how some things worked. We also recommend that you keep the official Red Hat Enterprise Linux deployment guide open in a web browser while you study. You can find the full deployment guide for RHEL 6 at the link below. You can also ask for some help on the various forums listed here. If there is a task outlined in the official exam objectives from Red Hat that you need help on figuring out, ask someone on any of these forums to see if they can help you. Do not expect to get an answer to a direct question about the RHCSA exam's content, as that would be a breach of the agreement between any certified Red Hat system administrator and Red Hat. I would recommend starting with the CentOS forums. Since CentOS is a rebuild of Red Hat Enterprise Linux, any method that would work on CentOS will very likely work just the same on RHEL. You could also try the Fedora forums. Just keep in mind that Fedora is constantly in development and contains newer software. It is quite possible that what would work in Fedora would work in RHEL, but there could be some differences in the software between the two distributions, so something might not work the same between the two operating systems. The Linux questions in Linux forums are also great sites to visit. Just be sure to mention the fact that you are working on a RHEL 6 or rebuilt system, since members of these forums use many different versions of the Linux operating system. Sometimes you may find others that are studying for the same exam, and they might have set up an online study group. If you can't find one currently, you could try and start your own and invite other forum members to join you. There are also a few mailing lists that you could subscribe to. Keep in mind that when you post to either a forum or a mailing list, that you describe what it is exactly you are attempting to accomplish, and the version of the operating system that you are trying to work with. Always be cordial and patient. Since these are free resources, no one is obliged to respond. However, with this being the open source community, chances are you will get helpful answers for your questions. If you are familiar with IRC, which is an acronym for Internet Relay Chat, you could log into any of these channels to see if anyone would be willing to assist you. The RHEL channel is specifically for discussions about any versions of Red Hat Enterprise Linux, but keep in mind that this is not an officially supported channel by Red Hat. IRC channels tend to be full of lots of chatter, so be clear and concise when posting your question. Also, remember to be patient. IRC chats often move quickly, but that doesn't mean that you were ignored. Someone has quite likely seen your question, and they may be working up a response for you.